Hey there YouTube. Coming up in this video, I'm going to be doing a review of my most recent trip to the Riu Palace, Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video. I'm going to be doing a top 5 hit and a top 5 miss list all about this resort. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Lucas. I'm a paramedic who loves to travel, but on here, I'm known as Traveling Medic. Before we get started, if you're new to my channel, or you just haven't done it yet, make sure you hit subscribe down below so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. Alright, my wife and I spent 2 weeks in Cabo at the Riu Palace for our honeymoon, and I wanted to do a review on the resort to hopefully answer any questions you might have. To start off, let's talk about the rooms at the resort. We didn't stay in a standard room because it was our honeymoon. However, we did hear they were nice, but the room we stayed in was the suite jacuzzi with a sea view, and let's just say the views were amazing. The only issue that we ran into in this room was there was a bit of a septic smell coming out of the shower in the initial room we were in. However, after talking it through with the front desk, we got moved to a room right below us that was identical to what we started with. Another perk to the rooms are that they have a fully stocked mini bar as well as vodka, rum, and tequila on pour spouts for you. So it's safe to say my opinion is that this room exceeded all of our expectations, and I hope it will for you as well. Now, let's talk about the bars. This resort had an ample amount of bars. The service was great at all of them that we went to. The lineups were about what you expect at resorts. However, they did go through the people pretty fast, so you didn't really have to wait too long for your drinks. They do also have a separate swim-up pool bar from the main pool, which was nice. This pool bar though does tend to get pretty rowdy. However, if that's your kind of scene and you like to party, have a great time, be loud as you want, this would be the perfect place for you to hang out. Or if you wanted to, you can also go to some of the other bars to kind of relax and just take a load off in your day. Speaking of pools, the main pool at this resort was huge. Nice relaxed atmosphere. It was the main hub for all the water aerobics in the resort, which did happen every morning. So if that's something that you're into, that's perfect. Just the place for you. It does have that swim up bar like I told you about, which is a party atmosphere, but that's okay if that's what you're into. I personally like to mix it up, so we did bounce between the two pools just to get the difference in experience, depending on what we wanted in the day, whether we wanted to relax or just have a great time with people we met there. This resort's pools do mirror each other, which what I mean by that, both sides of the resort have pools. They both have the same main pool as well as the identical swim-up bars. However, the main pools on the side of the resort we were on seemed to be where all the people hung out while we were there. It might have just been the time of year. But the pools, the main thing for all those families out there, the main pool is definitely a kid-friendly pool, not too deep, as well as the kids that were there all seemed to have a great time. Obviously we got hungry while we were there, so let's talk about food. The food at this resort, from my point of view and based on all the different resorts I've been to, I would say and rate it as mediocre at best. The Riu Palace does have a 24-hour snack bar, which is great, and personally that's something I look for when I'm looking for a resort. Just so that if we don't want to do room service and we want to go for a little bit of a walk because we are hungry, we can grab some snacks, or if you're on the way back to the room and you want to grab something quick, that's available for you. The buffet there, it was okay. It was definitely a very large buffet. However, as far as night to night or meal to meal goes, they don't really change it up too much. They might change a couple things here and there, but all around it's pretty much the same food. So eventually it does get kind of old and a little boring. If you want to change it up, they do have a la cartes there. The perk to the Riu Palace is you don't have to sign up on a registration list to reserve a spot for the a la cartes. They're all first come, first serve. They were okay. Out of all the ones there, I would say that the Mexican restaurant as well as the steak restaurant were probably the best of what they had. Now, let's talk about staff. The staff of this resort were super friendly. The maids were always smiling and having a good time. The service around the pool was great too. Never really a delay on getting another drink, which was good. The check-in was super fast, which is greatly appreciated, especially on your honeymoon when you had a long day of traveling and all you want to do is get checked in, relax, and enjoy your day. Also, as far as trying to deal with any room issues or the Wi-Fi issues that we had briefly, It was very easy, a lot of walking back and forth, but once they were fixed, didn't have any other issues, which I appreciated and we loved. Next, let's talk cleanliness. The room at this resort was always being cleaned every day, restocked with towels, drinks. If they didn't have enough at the time, they'd bring some later on in the day. Around the resort, you'd always see a staff member cleaning the floors, tables, chairs, whatever need be. I've been to some resorts in the past where the cleanliness level wasn't really the greatest. So believe me when I tell you that the Riu Palace in Cabo, they did a fantastic job at keeping this resort nice and clean for their guests. Now for those of you looking for nightlife. The nightlife at the Riu Palace was great. There were nightly live shows in the theater. If theater shows aren't your thing, you could go next door and check out the crazy Vegas style pool parties at the Riu Santa Fe, where they host 4 pool parties a week, 2 in the day and 2 at night. As for the daily activities and entertainment, this area in my opinion was a little lacking. To me, there weren't enough daily games or activities at the pool other than the water aerobics that I mentioned earlier. As for those of you looking to stay fit on your vacation, the Riu Palace has 2 different gyms, however both are pretty small. The one gym is dedicated strictly to cardio machines for the cardio lovers out there, and then there's a second gym attached to the spa that is built and designed for weight training. However, all of this being said, depending on the type of working out you like to do, these gyms still might not work for you. Speaking of spas, the spa at the Riu Palace Cabo San Lucas I would say is mediocre at best. It has 2 jacuzzi tubs, however neither of them are very warm. It does have a large assortment of different massage types you can pick from. For those of you looking to relax with a massage on your honeymoon or just general vacation, but I would say it's not really that great compared to the other spas and resorts I've been to. Next, let's talk about accessibility. I've seen online a lot of people are wondering how accessible this resort is for those who have a harder time moving around. There is a lot of walking at this resort. However, that's not necessarily a bad thing if you're going to be like me, consuming a lot of alcohol and food on your vacation, just enjoying your time. But for those of you who have a harder time moving around or going up and down stairs, there are a lot of elevators at this resort. I do recommend though that you locate them when you first arrive for your trip and your stay at this resort, just to make your time there a lot easier and so you're not searching around when you need them. Okay, so to sum this all up, as promised, here are my 5 hits and my 5 misses of the Riu Palace Cabo San Lucas. My 5 hits for this resort, I would have to say, are the quality of the rooms, the cleanliness of the rooms as well as the whole resort, the service you receive, the top shelf liquor around the resort, as well as the nightlife. As for my 5 misses at this resort, those would have to be the a la carte menu, the front desk closing at night, the lack of daily activities, the spa, and finally the gym. I hope this video was helpful for everyone. Hopefully it answered as many of your questions as possible. If not, leave those in the comments box down below and I'll respond to them as soon as I can. If you haven't yet though, hit subscribe, turn on the notifications box so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos.